What's up, guys? My name is Brendan, and this is Student of the Community. When I started tricking, I only got to where I did because people helped me, people gave me advice, and often it was from the trickers who already knew what they were doing. And I try and replicate that as often as I can, giving quick tips and tricks through my Instagram DMs, but the issue is I can't get to everybody. So this is my solution, Student of the Community. Every week I'm gonna go through and give you guys the best tips I can to help you succeed. And that way we can all learn from each other and become students of the entire tricking community. Let's get started. Our first clip is from Luca, and Luca is looking for some help with his cart double full. He says it takes him a lot of effort, which is keeping him from doing it in combos. Let's check it out. The first thing I want to say is I love your pop-off. The second you landed and you realized you stuck it, you threw your arms up because of how excited you were. I absolutely love that. Now let me give you some tips. The first tip I have for you is focus on being smooth. As you did your cartwheel, you kind of jumped down into it and you bounced throughout your entire cartwheel. If you focus on cartwheeling more smoothly, it'll be easier to block up into the cart double full. Now, to make it easier to combo and to make it a little bit easier to land, I recommend you set your arms a little bit more overhead. As you did your cartwheel and as you were setting for your dub, you threw your arms over to the side, killing all of your set. So instead, as you're coming out of that cartwheel, throw your arms more overhead to get you the flip you need. Our second clip comes right out of Spain, and he's looking for some tips on how to do his cork. He says he's landing with his chest low, and this is a super common problem, so let's check it out. First, I want to start out by saying you are so damn close to landing with your chest up or being able to swing your cork. There's just one thing I want you to fix. You're landing with your chest low because you're not setting vertically enough to get the flip you need. As you go into your cork, you have this great eagle, but then the second you start to swing your set, you rush and you try and get the twist out a little bit early. So you pull to your shoulder and you kick too far to the side. If you wait and you gainer a little bit longer before wrapping in your twist, you'll have all the flip you need to get all the way over and land with your chest up. If you're having trouble getting your chest up at the end of the skill, chances are you're not setting enough in the beginning. Our third clip is from Johnny, and Johnny is looking for some tips on his cheat gainer after coming back from a leg injury. Let's check it out. First, I want to say how impressed with you I am. It is so hard to get injured and then rebuild your body just to throw it again. I am so impressed with that, and I cannot speak on it enough. But let me give you two tips that I want you to focus on as you throw and perform your cheat gainer. The first tip is your power out of the skill is going to be the same as your power going into it. So if you're walking into that J step very lazily and not putting a lot of effort into it, you're not going to get as much power after you block and swing that leg. The second tip I have for you is to move and then freeze your body. The motion of swinging your arms from behind you to in front of you gives you a lot of lift, but not if you then let your arms go limp and fly to the sides. You need to move your arms and then stop them to give you the lift that you need to go up and get the flip in your cheat gainer. Our fourth clip comes from Quentin, and Quentin sent us his very first touchdown rise swing cork. That said, he says his swing is sending him too far backwards. Let's check it out. First, I gotta state the obvious, that reaction was hilarious. Whoever was it that screamed in the background, you have my applause, because I could not stop laughing. Now, let me give you some tips to help you out with that touchdown rise swing cork. As you're coming into your touchdown rise, what I recommend is kicking that back leg way harder. The harder you kick that back leg, the more flip you're gonna go into your touchdown rise with, and that'll translate in to the next skill. The second thing I want you to focus on is pushing off the ground to get your chest up out of the touchdown rise. What'll help with that is to really block and have a strong plant arm that pushes off the ground to get your chest up into the next skill. If this is your first touchdown rise swing cork, you have a bright future ahead of you. Keep training this and you'll go anywhere. You're so close. Just kick it a little bit more overhead and get a little bit more power out of your touchdown rise. The fifth and final submission comes from Matthew, and Matthew is looking for some tips on his cart double full. He knows he's not getting the flip that he needs, but he doesn't know how to get it. So let's check it out. That cart double full is so close, and all you really need is one important tip. Use your arms. As you're going into your cartwheel from the spin step, get your arms over your head and drive them down to start your momentum. Then as you're exiting your cartwheel, push off the ground using your arms to get your chest up before the cart dub. As you're setting for your cart dub, bring your arms over your head instead of to the side. Bring them over your head to add to your flip, and then bring your twist in nice and tight. If you set with your arms and you push off the ground as you do that cart dub, you'll land it with no issues. You're so close. All you need to do is use your arms. Thank you guys so much for watching, and a special thank you to everybody who submitted clips. I'm sorry I couldn't get to everybody, but have no fear. Every week I'll be putting out a new episode of Student of the Community. Thank you guys again. Write me a comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are, how you felt about the format, or maybe if you have tips for some of the clips that I showed. Thank you guys so much, and have a lovely day.